Imagine giving an AI a goal like research and plan a marketing strategy for my app and then watching it figure out the steps and carry them out one by one. That's the power of AI agents. In simple terms, an AI agent is like a proactive assistant powered by artificial intelligence. Instead of just answering a single question, it can take an objective you give it and then decide what actions to take to achieve that goal. It will plan, think, execute tasks, and adjust its approach along the way, almost like an autonomous problem solver. So, what makes an AI agent autonomous? The key is that it can iterate and operate without needing new instructions for every little step. For example, if you say, "Help me analyze our website and suggest improvements," a traditional AI might just give a one-time answer. But an autonomous agent would break that down. It might decide to first fetch the website content, then review analytics data, then compile findings into a report. It's using its own internal loop of reasoning to figure out the next step at each stage. This concept has been made famous by projects like AutoGPT and AgentGPT. You might have heard those names. They popped up as early experiments where GPT-based AIs were given free rein to solve multi-step tasks. They showed the world that an AI could chain together its thoughts and actions, making progress towards a broader goal without constant human prompts. For an intermediate developer like you, the idea of AI agents opens up exciting possibilities. It's not some far-fetched sci-fi anymore. You can actually build a mini version of these agents yourself. Think of things like a code assistant that debugs your project by running tests and fixing errors, or a research agent that gathers information from the web and writes a summary for you. This video series will guide you through everything you need to know to get started. We'll start from the basics, understanding what these agents really are and how they work, and then get practical. By the end, you'll know how to build your own AI agent using free or open source tools, and do it on a tight budget. No expensive supercomputer or exclusive API required. The plan for this series is straightforward and beginner-friendly. First, we'll demystify the concept of AI agents, breaking down the jargon into plain language. Next, we'll introduce the tools and frameworks that make building these agents easier, many of which are open source and freely available. After that, we'll dive into setting up a development environment and actually creating a simple agent step by step. You'll get to see how to connect an AI model to useful tools like web search or a calculator. We'll also explore ways to give your agent memory so it doesn't forget what it's done. Finally, we'll wrap up with tips on expanding and improving your agent, plus point you to learning resources to keep going. Throughout this journey, the focus is on keeping things cost-effective. Wherever possible, we'll use free tiers, open libraries, and local setups so you don't have to spend much, or anything at all, to follow along. By the end of this series, you should feel confident and motivated to experiment with AI agents on your own. The field of autonomous AI is moving fast, literally changing week by week, but the core ideas you'll learn here will help you keep up and even contribute your own innovations. So, whether you want to supercharge your personal projects or just satisfy your curiosity about AutoGPT and beyond, stick around. We're about to make AI agents understandable and accessible, one step at a time, without breaking the bank. Let's jump in and start with the basics of how these agents actually work.